guys. So we're over at the stock tanks, and I want to talk a little bit about asparagus. You guys know I grow asparagus. That's asparagus right there in this bed. And I plant them in these stock tanks so they can stay here for years and years. You know, once you get asparagus planted, it will last for about 20 years or so. So I'm one of them. Somewhere it wouldn't accidentally get burned up or sprayed. So in these beds I had some asparagus that were females, and they gave me berries, and they've done that off and on for a couple years. So I plant the seeds, and I'm planting the seeds. I planted them two ways. So first off, here's a seed. It's aged some, so it's not very red anymore, but actually this is a seed pod, and then within the pod are black seeds. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds in there. So last year I took these seeds and I planted them into this cell planter, and I just left them alone. I kept them watered, and I just wanted to see if they would grow crowns. And you know, crowns are what we buy, usually what we buy from the gardening center to grow asparagus. We don't usually start it from seed. But what I found out is that in that closed space I definitely grew crowns. So I've got all these cells here pulled out, and look at the root systems on these. It's just gorgeous. Usually these could sell upwards of 22 bucks each, and I got them all for free. I just, you know, my original asparagus I let go to seed. So I'll link a video too that shows you what it looks like when asparagus goes to seed, so you can collect your own. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this full, but the other thing that I did is that I just left asparagus seed in here, well, the pods, those little red pods, and we just covered it over with dirt. So I've got asparagus seed in here, I have old asparagus, and then also some of the tomatoes that fell off. I also plant tomatoes in here because by the time the asparagus season is over, the tomato season begins. So they can cohabitate together pretty easily. Therefore, I also have rotted tomatoes that I've got covered up in these beds. So I'm going to plant these around. If I run into a crown that already exists, it'll be easy for me to find because I'll, you know, dig into the soil and I'll run into something that's, you know, like this, a really thick root. So I'm very happy this worked, and I'm going to hopefully have a huge harvest next year of asparagus. Well, actually, this will probably take this is year 1. Maybe year 2 I'll get a couple, but usually like year 3 or 4 is really where you're going to get growth for harvest. So let me just show you what it looks like in here. Like I said, these have died, all died back, but I just take my little handmade tool, you know, it's just a scraper, but I put a little edge on it, so I go down into the cell. It's octagonal, and my scraper is fitted to those sides, so I just go down into here, all the way around, you know, like you would loosen a cake or a cupcake or whatever from a pan. And then let's see if I can pull from the top. Yep. And out it comes. So anyway, we'll go ahead and plant these up, and next year we'll see what happens with them. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Here we are, all planted up. Beautiful. All right, stay tuned to next year.